new releases. You guys, I'm so excited about these new colors. So Saint is releasing 3 new highlight shades and 1 new contour shade. So they're going to be releasing them July 7th, which July 7th will also be the customer appreciation party. So make sure you're following Saints and Angels Instagram account, because that's where they always do the customer appreciation, but also for the customer appreciation on July 7th. That day, they usually will do some sort of like discount or like free promo, like something free with a purchase or something like that. They haven't released any of those details yet on what they're doing. I will try to keep you guys posted, but the best way to make sure you're knowing what's going on is make sure you're following the Saints and Angels Instagram. And then that way, if you want to get some of these new shades or you need to restock up on some of your other ones, it's a great day to do it. So July 7th, keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about these new shades. They are phenomenal. And when I say like I mean, they're so good, and we have needed these shades for a long time. In fact, I was on a committee with Saint that was for product, and these colors were something we were pushing for. Let me show you the first one. The first one is Palace. Now this is kind of a light, it's a very light color, but it's for people who have more of a pink undertone in their skin. So let me swatch this. I think if you're very light complected and you have a very pink undertone, I suck at swatching. Okay, so here it is. If you're a very light complected and you have a very pink undertone, this one's for you. Great color too for like neutralizing any dark color under the eye. So it would be great for that too. Okay, so there's that one. The next one is Hazel that I'm gonna show you. So Hazel, you can already see this color is beautiful. So this is in between Sandy and Mango. So if you're somebody who's worn Sandy and you've jumped to Mango, but you feel like Mango's too orange, here's your new best friend. Here's Mango, here's Hazel, okay? You see that? So I'm gonna swatch these out for you so that you can see them. Oh my gosh, it's sheer perfection. I am so freaking excited about it. Okay, so here we are. So here's Sandy, here's the new Hazel, and here's Mango. So you can see Mango is so much more yellow-orange. Hazel, like I know for me, I struggled with this in the past too, like when I've gotten sun, because I usually wear Sandy or June, and then when I go straight to Mango, I just look more orange. So Hazel is gonna be phenomenal. Okay, the next one is Golden Hour. It's in between Mango and Goddess. Okay, here it is. So here's Golden Hour, beautiful. So same thing, just a little less orange. Okay, so I re-swatched these so that you could see them better. Okay, so here we have the new one, Palace, okay? Then right next to it, we have Sandy. So this is Sandy. This is the new one, Hazel. This is Mango. Then this right here is also the new one, which is Golden Hour. So Golden Hour right here. And then next to that is Goddess. And then I put the other fairly new one. This one's not brand new, but this one is Nutmeg. So just so that you could see that. Okay, and then the new contour is called Cedar. So here's the new contour, and it's called Cedar, and it's a beautiful color, and I honestly think this would work for like almost every skin, like so many skin tones. It's kind of more of a neutral. It's really pretty, and it's in between like Stone and Astoria. So Stone is very warm, and Astoria is a little bit cooler. So this one is kind of just right in between it. I think a beautiful contour for like so many skin types. So here's the swatch. I should say the swatches to kind of help you determine, you know, if you need a different color or whatnot. I'm going to do a really quick tutorial and show you how using, sometimes a darker shade seems scary, but it's always nice to have the option of a darker shade, because if your makeup is too light, it'll show texture, it'll show dry skin, fine lines, wrinkles, pores, it'll accentuate all of that. So it's so important to have a color that's right and that's dark enough to conceal and cover. But sometimes When you go darker all over, it looks too dark. But that's the glory of 3D foundation, is for these little $16 tins, you can buy a color, you can buy 2 colors and custom make your own color for your foundation. All right, so I'm gonna start off with Golden Hour, which, like I said, for me is actually probably just a hair too dark, but I'm gonna put it in those areas that I want a little more coverage. And I'm just taking the blend brush and just kind of getting it on the skin where I want that coverage. But because my neck's not very dark, I will want to do a lighter color down here so that my neck and my jawline blend together. Okay, so I used Hazel. I'm gonna go in with my brightening highlight June, and I'm just gonna do a couple right down there on my jawline with June. And then I think I'll show you Palace. So Palace is that new one that kind of has that pink undertone. I'm gonna just get a tiny bit of Palace, and I'm gonna just barely place that in the darkest part of my eye. So see that, how it just kind of brightened it with very minimal product, but because it has more of that pink undertone, it's gonna neutralize out any darkness or depth right there. So just place that there. And then let's go ahead and blend that out. So I'm gonna blend this first. So I'm just gonna use my blush brush to blend. See that? I feel like that color. So even though, and honestly, you could go even darker, right? Like I probably could have even used Golden Hour and then used June too to brighten it up. So let's go ahead and contour. I'm just gonna use my detail brush and get that new contour. So again, this is Cedar. Start in the back, and then I just kind of work my way up. It's pretty. It's a really pretty contour color. Like I said, it's like not too warm, not too cool, but I feel like this does just give you kind of like that perfect shadow. Great for the nose contour too. It's good. And I'm gonna do my forehead. So in case you're wondering about contour and bronzer, the difference between the two is usually contour is a little bit more neutral, a little bit more ashy tone, where bronzer is meant to like warm up the skin. Okay, now that I've contoured, I'm gonna go in and bronze a little bit, which I have been loving, which you guys know this, the new highlight shade Fiji as my bronzer. I think it's really pretty, but also still like very natural looking. Ooh, I also wanted to show you Fiji. I have been loving on my eyes too. So I just take like an eyeshadow brush, and this is just, these black ones right here are like a limited edition that were like exclusive for artists, but it's just the eyeshadow brush. So look at how pretty that is on the eye. And I don't even find, like, I can literally just place this like in my crease just a little bit, and I don't even have to powder it. It doesn't crease. It just gives like the most beautiful kind of natural color in the eye. Okay, let's do a little bit of blush. So do August. So August is one of the new ones, and this one has a little bit of a gloss to it. And then I'm actually going to use a little bit of Jolene to go with it. It's like my new favorite thing to mix and match my blushes. I like to add a little bit more color. I usually like a pop of a brighter color, but I don't love like too much of the bright color. So just by kind of mixing a little bit of the two together, always just kind of makes like a really pretty combo. Even to tie them all together, just do like a pop of Jolene on the lip. There we are. Isn't that so pretty, right? The color combo? Gorgeous. Okay, so I hope that helps kind of show you those new colors so that if you are needing some or wanting some, now's a great time. So keep that in mind. This coming Friday, July 7th, you can get these new shades. Also, there should be some type of promo going on for the customer appreciation party, because guess what? We freaking appreciate you guys. I know that I appreciate you guys more than I can even put into words. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being my customer. Thank you for trusting me with your beautiful faces. So